Hi, today we are going to learn about simplifying fractions. What does simplifying fractions mean? Simplifying fraction means making the fraction simpler using division so that it is easier to understand and work with them. The simplified fraction is the same as the original fraction but has smaller numbers. Simplifying fractions is the same as making equivalent fractions using division. For example, 1/2 is the same as 2/4. But the 1/2 is the simpler fraction as it has smaller numbers compared to 2/4. Next is how to simplify fractions. To simplify a fraction, divide the numerator and the denominator by their common factor. Let's try an example. Simplify the fraction given below, which is 6/12. Step 1. Find the common factors of the numerator and the denominator. Common factors of 6 and 12 are 2. Step 2. Divide the numerator and the denominator by the common factor. So once we divide it, we can simplify it further to 3/6. Now we can simplify 3/6 further. Repeat steps 1 and 2 to simplify the fraction further. Common factors of 3 and 6 is 3. Therefore, we'll divide numerator and denominator both by 3 again to get the simplified fraction as 1/2. Now, 1/2 cannot be simplified further because there is no common factor between the numerator and denominator except the factor 1. Simplest form. The simplest form of a fraction means that a fraction cannot be simplified any further. When there is no common factor between the numerator and the denominator, except the factor 1, a fraction is said to be in its simplest form. Let's try an example. Which of the following fractions is in its simplest form? 3/12, 5/8, and 5/15. Step 1. Find the common factors of the numerators and denominators of the given fractions. 3/12, the common factor of 3 and 12 is 4. In 5/8, the common factor of 5 and 8 is 1. In 5/15, the common factor of 5 and 15 is 5. As we can see, the common factor of the numerator and denominator of 5/8 is 1. It means this fraction cannot be simplified any further and is in its simplest form. Finding the simplest form. Step 1. Find the HCF of a numerator and denominator. Step 2. Divide the numerator and the denominator by the HCF. Let's try an example. Put 12/27 in its simplest form. Highest common factor of 12 and 27 is equal to 3. Therefore, once we divide the numerator and denominator by 3, we get the fraction as 4/9. Hence, the simplest form of 12/27 is 4/9. Let's try a few questions. Question 1. Which of the following fraction is in its simplest form? Here, we'll find out the common factors for all the numerators and denominators. Therefore, we can see that for 14/15, the common factor is 1. Therefore, it cannot be simplified further as there is no common factor between the numerator and the denominator except the factor 1. Hence, 14/15 is in its simplest form. Question 2. Put 18/27 in its simplest form. Step 1. Find the HCF of the numerator and the denominator. HCF of 18 and 27 is 9. Step 2. Divide the numerator and denominator by the HCF like this. So you'll get the fraction or the simplified fraction as 2/3.